The recording has started.
And the live stream has started.
Okay.
Thank
I'll
you,
just
Chair.
repeat that then, because that won't be in the recording. So just thank you to everyone for waiting in the meeting, and the board members are now back in the board meeting. And I'll go to the Deputy Clerk, Fiona Stewart, to summarise the advice given during the adjournment.
Thank you, Chair. The discussion in the adjournment involved the repeat occasionals policy and also whether the premises were safe and suitable in terms of the grounds of refusal in light of the information before the board today, particularly with the addition of the layout plan. We also discussed as a board concerns about the lack of progress given the length of time that occasional licences have been applied for. Discussion was also had about if the applications were to be granted, whether they could all be granted or whether some could be granted and the decision on others deferred. And we also confirmed that if the applications were to be refused, this would not prevent the applicant from making his cider and storing his cider in the premises. It would just prevent him selling alcohol from the premises. No formal legal advice was required, and the decision was not discussed. It could it's still to be dealt with in open forum, and the board members are still free to debate in open forum if they so wish. That was what was discussed in the private session, Chair.
Okay, thank you. So I'll open the matter now to members for debate. Mr. Crowson, please.
After everything that we've heard so far, I have got questions about whether the safety aspects of the site, but I'm not sure I've actually got enough evidence to make a decision in that on that basis. But I think there's some evidence that it's been making an attempt to move towards a premises licence, but I don't think there's sufficient evidence to show that it's been taken seriously and been done in a timely manner. So I'd be mindful to grant the first 4 and bring the rest back to the next meeting of the board. I'm not putting that forward as a formal motion as yet. I'm just saying where my mind's at.
Okay, we're just at debate at this stage, but that's fine. Thank you. Ms. Sullivan, please.
My concern is the safety of customers coming into the site now that we've seen the site plan and the photos. It's a shared space with tractors. People who are not used to agricultural environments are more at risk, I would say. So no, I would say for me, yeah, it's showing progress towards the planning, which means he's showing progress towards the Section 50, which means he's showing progress towards a full premises license. But I'm not sure that the premises as they are at the moment are safe for customers to arrive at. So that's where I am at the moment. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Mr. Goodall, please.
Yeah, I think I'm also concerned about the safety of customers and the unit overall. But I would like to see firm evidence that there's progress being made to increase safety, to get everything sorted out with planning. And until we're at that stage, we don't know how planning are going to look upon this, and that's entirely their business. It's not our business, but it's important that we see those plans before we can progress, really. So I'm thinking at the moment we should give this applicant until August to get all of that coalesced, and if it's not, then we have to take him back to this this board. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Menard, please.
Yeah, I disagree. I think we need to make a decision on the safety and well-being and the suitability of the premises now rather than later. And I'll be putting forward a motion or an amendment later on.
Okay, thank you. Mrs Nicholl, please.
Thanks, Chair. Yeah, I'm of a similar opinion to Councillor Goodall. I think we have seen new evidence today in that layout plan, and it does make me question sort of the layout and suitability of the premises, but I don't know that we've got enough right now until we see progress in the planning. And I think we need that information. So with that in mind, yeah, I would be looking at maybe coming back to the board in August too.
Okay, thank you. Mr Mason, please.
Yeah, likewise to Mr Minard. I think it's gone too far. I think we need to screw down on the safety aspect of all this and come to a decision very quickly. Thanks.
Okay, thank you. I'm not hearing any comment on the actual repeated occasionals policy. So I would just add that, you know, the repeated occasionals policy is there to prevent the abuse of the occasional licence application procedure. I mean, the definition of occasional does not run into 3 years. So I would have some views on that aspect. So can I just ask board members if you've received sufficient evidence upon which to make a decision?
Yes.
Yes.
Yep. So I'll maybe go then to the Deputy Clerk, if you can take us through the legal test, please.
Thank you. I'm going to take you through the questions on the occasional licence policy first. Are the applications subject to the board's repeated occasional licence policy?
Yes.
Yes. Has the applicant presented evidence to the board that they're working towards applying for a premises licence? And if so, what evidence has been presented?
So again, I think we'd agree, yes, it's not a lot of evidence. He's made a planning inquiry, but it is progress.
Yes, with qualifications.
Okay. What licensing objectives are relevant, bearing in mind the policy focuses on the securing of public safety and protecting and improving public health licensing objectives?
I would say protecting public safety is an issue for me.
Securing public safety.
Yeah. I would agree.
Yeah.
I would agree with that.
I think the last question here is not relevant. Has the applicant provided an adequate explanation as to why a premises licence has not been applied for? I think that we've got some evidence that he's working towards a premises licence, which would overrule that question. And then the last bit of the policy is what is lacking in terms of scrutiny in relation to the licensing objectives, which you've identified as securing public safety, that you would have on a premises licence.
Yeah.
It's the more detailed information that you would have on a premises licence, I think, that you would be looking for here, Chair. So that then takes me to the grounds of refusal. And the first is that the premises are excluded premises. I've already advised you that they're not excluded. Can the board confirm that that is a finding?
Yeah, that's right.
Yes.
Yeah.
That the premises to which the applications relate must be refused under certain sections of the Act. Again, can I ask you to find that that doesn't apply along with the advice that I gave you previously?
Yes.
Yes.
That the Licensing Board considers that the granting of the applications would be inconsistent with one or more of the licensing objectives, and which licensing objectives you would need to identify those. Ms. Sullivan?
No.
I think granting would be contrary to the protection of public health.
Securing of public safety.
Securing of public safety. Thank you.
I would agree.
And that is based on what evidence?
That's based on the new evidence that we've seen with the site layout, the information about tractors, the photo. Thank you.
Thank you. And the final ground of refusal is that having regard to the nature of the activities to proposed to be carried on in the premises to which the applications relate, the location, character and condition of the premises and the persons likely to frequent the premises, the board considers the premises are unsuitable for the sale of alcohol.
I would say yes
Yes.
to that one.
Yes, in respect of the condition of the premises.
Yes.
Or, like, yeah.
That's right, yeah.
I suppose
Again,
the character as well.
and the character.
Yeah.
And the evidence for that again.
Just the evidence that we've seen today in terms of the photographic evidence and the layout plan.
Thank you. Sorry, I'm typing this as I go along.
Okay.
So potentially, Chair, potentially you have 2 grounds of refusal identified. And if they are identified, you must consider refusal. If none of the grounds apply, you must grant. So in terms of the number of applications today, do you wish this to apply to all applications? Are you refusing? Or are you granting some as being suggested and deferring back to the August board? It's clear that the direction is if grounds of refusal are identified, you must refuse.
Mm-hmm. I would certainly move that we refuse based on the 2 grounds that have been identified today, but I do see there are hands up. Mr. Crowson.
So on what Councillor Ewanson's just said, can I still put forward a motion? Or would I now be putting forward an amendment? Motion?
If you're agreeing with the chair, it would be a motion. Is the chair putting forward a motion?
I think I should have made mine clear then. I'm willing to make that a motion. I'll just need to get the wording right on the grounds of refusal. So first of all, I would refuse the applications for occasional licenses because they do meet with the intentions of our repeated occasional license policy. And then secondly, I think in terms of the legal test, the grounds of refusal based on the site layout evidence that we've seen today and the photographic evidence, I would say we need to refuse it because it's unsuitable in terms of character and location.
And securing public safety licensing.
And securing public safety, yes, under the licensing objective. I seek a seconder.
I would second that wholeheartedly on the same grounds.
Okay.
That's Mr. Maynard. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So have we got an amendment, Mr. Crowson?
Yeah, I would like to put forward an amendment on the grounds of hearing the evidence that we've heard so far, that there has been some evidence of progress towards a premises licence, although I would like to see more, and that would put me into consideration of granting the first 4 applications and bringing the rest back to the next board to give the applicant time to progress for the premises licence and to also produce some more evidence on the safety aspects of carrying out his business that concerns public health and safety.
So that's to grant the first 4 and defer a decision on the rest of the August board on the basis that the board has heard some evidence of progress towards a premises licence today, for the applicant to provide, is it substantially more evidence or more substantial evidence of progress, and for further evidence on the safety aspects of the business?
Yes, thank you.
Okay. A seconder for that amendment, is that Mrs. Nichol?
Yeah, I'll come in and second that, Chair. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, do we need to go to summing up then? Go to the amendment first, Jeff.
Just that the amendment as stated to grant the first 4 and defer the other applications until the next meeting of the board in August, due to the fact that we've had some evidence, but would like to see that the applicant appreciates that this this needs to be progressed in a timely manner, so that we can make sure that carrying out the business covers all aspects of the duties of the board regarding health and public safety, and that hopefully the applicant realises the importance of this.
Okay, thank you. And I'll sum up for the motion again, just to repeat that in particular the grounds of refusal I feel are met. They have 2 grounds of refusal, which I identified: the unsuitable character and condition of the premises, as evidenced by the layout plan and the photo evidence we've seen today, and it's also contrary to the licensing objective of securing public safety. And I think when those grounds of refusal are met, we do need to refuse in this instance. So can I go, Deputy Clerk, can we go to the vote, please?
Thank you, Chair. Ms Black is not present today. Mr Crowson. Sorry, if you indicate whether you're for the motion or amendment. Mr Crowson. Amendment. Mrs Ewanson.
Motion.
Mr Goodall.
Amendment.
Mr Mason.
Motion.
Mr Menard.
Motion.
Mrs Nichol.
Amendment.
And Ms Sullivan.
Motion.
And Mr Taylor.
Motion.
Thank you. The 2, 3, 4, sorry, I'm counting. The motion has been carried by 5 votes to 3. Therefore, I can confirm that the board's decision today is that the applications lodged by Mr Stolt have been refused on the basis that the grounds of refusal of the character and condition of the premises and the licensing objective of securing public safety have been met based on the new evidence provided, particularly the photographs and the layout plan provided. Mr Stolt, you'll receive written notification of the board's decision within 7 days. You do have the right to seek legal advice about potential appeals, but you should do that yourself. Thank you for attending the board today.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Mr Stolt. And I can confirm that this hearing has now concluded. Thank you for your interest in this business, and I will now ask you to leave the meeting. Okay, members, I see Mr Taylor has just left the meeting momentarily, so we'll just have a short pause before we go on to item 8. Harriet?
Chair, could I please use this opportunity to bring in applicants that are waiting in the lobby?
Oh, yes.
I've got Mr Morris is in the lobby, so I'll just admit him. He's here for item 10.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, sorry, he's actually just dropped out. Typical.
Okay. We could just pause while you do that. I'll invite them into the meeting. I think if we take this, if we go through this application, and then we probably actually need to stop for lunch. If we do this one and then lunch.
Yeah, Chair, he's not rejoined, so I would be happy to just continue and we can invite him in after lunch.
Yeah, we can invite him in after. Okay, so Mr Taylor's back. So we'll go on to item 8 of our agenda today, which is a grant of repeated occasional licence, again, a hearing, and it's for Spider on a Bicycle, Unit 3, Station Square, Aboyne. And the officer taking the report is Fiona Stewart.
Do you wish to confirm the parties first?
Oh, yes, we need to confirm that we're in the meeting. Can I just confirm that Mr. Tong is in the meeting?
Yes, I'm here. Good afternoon.
Yeah. Are you satisfied that you've received all the relevant information and feel able to participate in the determination of this application?
Yes, I am.
Okay, thank you. And can I also confirm that Lisa Godini, the Licensing Standards Officer, is present?
Yes, I am. Thank you.
And again, are you satisfied that you've received all the relevant information and feel able to participate in the determination of the application?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So in line with the guidance you've received in the public participant meeting protocol for licensing board hearings, please can you mute your microphone when not speaking? If your phone permits this, you're in the Teams meeting anyway. Please do not speak unless you're invited to do so, and please do not interrupt the other speakers. If you do so, I may have to remove you from the meeting. Once you've been asked to make concluding remarks, you're not entitled to speak again unless to answer a question from a board member. Once the board has made its decision, you will be asked to leave the meeting. If the board requires to adjourn to deliberate the application, the recording of the meeting will be paused. The board will retire to a separate online meeting room. Please wait in the main meeting room until the members return and I will resume the meeting. At that point, the recording of the meeting will be restarted. So can I now ask the Deputy Clerk to confirm the procedure for the hearing? Thank you.
Thank you. This application relates to 5 applications for occasional licences. I would highlight to everybody present that these applications relate to the licensing of the building only and do not include the outside drinking areas of the premises. The convener has accepted late written submissions lodged by the applicant, and these form Appendix 6 of the report. The history of the applications is set out at section 3.17 of the report, and the procedure is as provided for in Appendix 7. And just quickly, to hear the applicant, to hear the Licensing Standards Officer, the applicant gets a chance to respond to the Licensing Standards Officer's submissions, questions of both parties, concluding remarks in reverse order, so LSO first and applicant last, and then the board moves into decision making. Thank you, Chair.
Okay, thank you. So we'll go over to you, Mr. Tong, Alistair Tong, to outline the terms of your applications to the board. You may wish to address the concerns raised in the representation from the LSO at this time, although you will get a further opportunity to address the board after other parties have spoken. So, Mr. Tong.
Good afternoon. Thanks first of all for your time. I'm having listened to the previous ongoings. I'm disappointed that I'm not further down the line with my planning permission. I have, my alcohol license full permissions application. I would like to have been by this time, but I've been delayed, or the main delay is being able to define the premise. Some of you may recall we spoke previously about adding on an outside seating area. We wanted to find out whether that was going to be the case or not before putting through the application for a full premise license, and then not having to go to a variation later down the line and taking up more time. So it has been the case that I have now received full planning permission to utilise the outside seating area on the 27th of April. On the 1st of June, I received the right to occupy those parking spaces now. The section 50 has been submitted on the 19th of June, and actually my wife's just brought me back the return of the section 50 food hygiene certificate just in today's mail. Along the ways, as soon as that's getting through, I've met with LSO Lisa Godini on the 20th of June, and we spoke about where we're up to and how to progress, and we had a first look over the layout plans and operating plans, etc., that I am authoring at the moment, and I hope to have them submitted to you within the next couple of weeks, probably by the time I get all the detail required into them, and therefore progressing towards a full premise license. So I've been going as fast as I can. I've been waiting for other departments within the council to help me come to the decision. Between Lisa and I, we agreed that in any case, the outside seating area has been approved for the time being until the end of September on a trial basis. But irregardless of that, it doesn't affect, we don't feel we will include that area within the full premise application. So that's pretty much where I am in a nutshell. I think I'm going as fast as I can with everything. I'm disappointed that I haven't, by the 4th of June, which is what you told me the last time, been able to get the required or the desired application in. I very much want to. It's only now that I'm in a place to do so. And so your continued support in this venture would be much appreciated.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Tong.
Thank you.
Now, Lisa Gadidi, can you speak to your representation, please, Lisa?
Yes, thank you. I think everything I'm about to say is just a duplication of what the applicant has said, but yes, I will go for it. So the LSO representation is in relation to 5 occasional licence applications, the first to run from the 30th of June and the 5th until the 7th of September 2025. These applications have been brought to your attention following a hearing held, I think it was October 2024, due to repeat occasional licence applications being submitted for day-to-day trading for this premises. The applications discussed at the hearing were all granted, and subsequent applications were to be granted under delegated authority for dates prior to today's meeting. The decision made by the board were that they wished to discuss with the applicant their progress with applying for a premises licence again at today's meeting, unless an application was submitted on or before the 4th of June 2025, where the further occasional licence applications could be continued to be granted under delegated authority. No premises licence application has yet been submitted, and the reasons for this have been discussed by the applicant just a few minutes ago. So my understanding of the delay in applying for a premises licence are predominantly due to the ongoing conversations and applications to utilise an outdoor space, which the applicant would like to include as part of the premises licence application. As confirmed, planning permission for change of use has now been granted, and temporary permission has been given from the car parking team to trial the use of 2 spaces directly outside the premises. I understand that things will be reviewed by all parties concerned following a trial period ending the end of September 2025. During recent conversations with the applicant, I have provided further guidance on the application documentation required to be submitted as part of the premises licence application, and I believe the Section 50 applications were submitted and has recently been forwarded to the relevant teams in the council. Whilst the Section 50 application is being progressed, the applicant is currently working on the operating plan, layout plan, and licensing objectives, risk assessment, and I'm led to believe that an application can be submitted once all 3 Section 50 certificates are returned. During an in-person meeting last week, we did discuss the outdoor area at length, and the applicant was advised that the area does not form part of the applications being considered today, which I believe was fully understood. Should the licensing board be minded to grant these applications, then in my representation I have recommended conditions to apply to the granted licenses. These are from a pool of local conditions set out by the licensing board in addition to Schedule 4, which are attached to all granted occasional licenses. The conditions have been recommended for all previous occasional license applications and have been agreed previously by the applicant. Thank you.
You're on mute.
Sorry, I'm on mute. So thank you, Lisa. And Mr. Tong, have you anything you wish to add, having had the submission from the Licensing Standards Officer?
No, I don't think so at all. Thank you.
No, thank you. Board members, do you wish to ask any questions of either party? No. Okay, I'll go to closing remarks then, starting with Lisa. Anything to add?
No, nothing at all, thank you.
Okay, and Mr. Tong, have you anything you wish to add in closing?
No, just again, thanks to Lisa for her support.
Okay, thank you. Do members require any legal advice? I would suggest not,
No.
and I don't see any indications. Okay. I can open the matter to members to debate. Ms. Sullivan, please.
Just to say, I'm quite happy with this one. I think if a actual license hasn't been applied for by the August meeting, that will probably be the right one to come back, because you said the occasionals run out on the 7th of September and our meeting's on the 27th of August, so that would be just perfect timing. I see proper progress towards a premises license, and I've got no concerns over any of the licensing objectives. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Goodall, please.
Ms. Sullivan has basically covered all the points I was wishing to make, so I simply agree with what she said.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Mason.
Yeah, Mr. Toggers has proven that he's made an effort to get towards a premises license, and I think we'll look forward now to premises license here and hopefully the next meeting. I don't know if it's going to be that quick, but we'll see. Thanks.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Menard.
Yeah, I'd just like to share the same sentiments as my colleagues. Excellent progress being made. I know you've been staggered a little bit, but no, I'm glad to see you moving forward and hope to see your full application at the next meeting. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Can I just, before we veer into determination, just check with members that you've received sufficient evidence upon which to make a decision?
Yes.
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 Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, and Deputy Clerk, Fiona, you wish to come in?
Yeah, it's just to say that it may not make the August board because of processing time. It might be the October board, in which case a couple more occasional licenses may be required. But I take it the board would be happy, provide, the usual policy that the premises license application is in and is being progressed, that you would allow that to be done under delegated powers in consultation with the chair. I take it the board would be happy with that if you're minded to grant.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Okay.
So I don't think I need to review the legal test,
no,
Chair.
I'll just call for a motion, I think. Mr. Menard. Oh,
yeah,
sorry.
I put forward a motion that we approve these occasional licenses and look forward to and like saying any further licenses be delegated to yourself and officers until such time as a proper license comes through, application comes through. Thank you.
Until such time as the premises license is granted.
Correct. Sorry. Yeah.
Mr. Goodall, are you seconding?
Yes, I'll second.
Okay, thank you. Is there an amendment? No. So can you just repeat the motion, Deputy Clerk, please?
It's to grant the licenses before us and authorising delegation of future occasionals to the clerk in consultation with the convener until such time as the premises licence is granted. No amendments being proposed. Can I just check that that decision is unanimous?
Agreed.
So, Mr.
Agreed.
Tong, your applications have been granted today. You'll receive written notification of the decision within the next 7 days, and your licenses will be issued to you under separate cover. Thank you very much for attending the hearing today.
Thank you very much. Can
Okay.
I just ask very quickly, what's the date in October for the
I'll
meeting?
put that into the decision letter for you because I can't remember off the
Alright.
top of my head. It's usually the
Okay.
last Wednesday of the month.
Last Wednesday of the
Oh,
month? Okay,
Harriet's
thank you.
got that
Harriet might know.
information.
It's the
Harriet,
29th of October.
20. Thank you very much, Harriet.
okay.
Cheers,
Right, thank you.
Thank you all.
So I can confirm that this hearing is now concluded. Thank you for your interest in this business, and I will now ask you to leave the meeting. So I think at this point we will break for lunch. And before we go on to item 9, I would suggest, is half an hour enough for everyone?
Half an hour will do me.
Yeah, half
Yeah,
an
I'll go
hour.
along with that.
So it's just after. So even if we make it, it's like 10 past. So 20 to 2. Okay, so 1:40. Remember to put off your cameras and sound. Thank you.
I'll just
Resuming at
confirm that
1:40.